Hope you're doing well today. Welcome back to my channel. Well, I found a chuck roast on sale at Kroger, I think yesterday. And instead of beef stew, I want to make something kind of Italian style, and kind of a ragu-ish, but I'm not going to use the red wine they use. I don't like to cook with wine. I don't like the flavor. So I don't know really what I'm going to call it yet, but it's going to be like shredded beef with some pappardelle noodles. And it's kind of like a cook with me video. This is my first time. We're going to do it in the Instant Pot. So I'm very excited. I love trying new recipes, and I hope you enjoy it. And let's get started. I just went ahead and I have one yellow onion here. It's fairly large. And I'm basing this recipe off of something I found on Pinterest called Hungry for More. But my recipe's totally different because I'm not using red wine. And I just did about 2 celery stalks, 3 skinny long carrots, and the 1 yellow onion. And my garlic's already chopped. And to make things go a little quicker, I'm just going to put it in this food processor and pulse it. I might have overfilled it, but I don't want them to be pulverized completely. I want a little bit of shape. Let's check it out. Oh, there's a big onion right there. I got a spatula. Oh, it smells good already. I love the smell of onions. That looks pretty good. You know what? We're just going to pulse it one more time. Push that onion down. And it's going to be just right. I zoomed the camera so you could see. And this food processor makes a mess, by the way. Oh, yeah. But it does a good enough job though. I shouldn't complain. I want to put this in this bowl. Can you see this? No. Oh wait, I gotta fix the camera. I'm sorry. Please work with me. It's still the new angle that I'm working with, and I'm by myself. So we're gonna put this in here, and you know you can put as many vegetables as you like. But the recipe, it calls for the celery, carrots, and onions and garlic. I think you call that a mirepoix. This is quite a. It may be too many, but we'll see. And the pressure cooker is going to cook it completely, but I do want to saute them a little bit. So we'll have to do a couple of steps. If I had more time, honestly, for the first time, I'd cook it on the stove just to test it. But the pressure cooker just cooks a lot quicker, and it makes the meat so tender. And when you want shredded beef, I just love to cook chuck roast or any kind of roast in the pressure cooker. Okay, so there are the vegetables, and I'm going to clean up my mess. So that's, oh, there's a big carrot. He's going to have to go. So that's what they look like. See, they have a little bit of shape, but they're pretty small. So now let's move over. I'm going to show you the roast I got. And they weren't the best selection, but I picked the one I liked the best, and I got it for $7.70. It was on sale for $2.77 a pound, which is a great price for here, and it's 2.78 pounds, which is I like a lot of meat, so it's gonna be perfect. So what I'm gonna do is move you over here. I'm gonna take it out. I think I'm gonna sear it in chunks because I want it to cook it in chunks. So I'm gonna put it here. And I also took it out a little while to get some of the chill off. We're going to season it first. And it's going to be pretty simple seasoning. But I want to season both sides. So let me wash my hands and get my seasoning. Okay, I like to put it on my pan so I can just make a mess with the seasonings. But I'm going to put, this is kosher salt. And I like to season my meat really, really well. Black pepper. And I find if you use cracked black pepper, I really like the difference. I think I'm even out of ground black pepper. And of course, I'm just going to add some, can you see that garlic powder? Because we always add, you know, just a regular seasoning, so it's really simple. And onion powder. I love onion powder. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to season the other side, and I'll bring you back, and we're going to cut this in sections. And I'm actually going to turn my Instant Pot on, saute, with some olive oil in it. so we can start. Oh, wrong button. So we can start cooking. Oh, and also I like to kind of rub it in there. Let me flip it. But I won't make you watch me season the other side too. So I'll be back. I'm not gonna have it in chunks because I think it's gonna take it less time to get really tender where you can shred it. Now, I don't want to make it too difficult on myself turning it in the Instant Pot. So let's just cut it in thirds. And I left it on the parchment paper to try to, I'm going to try to cut this big piece of fat off though. See that, I'm just going to leave that. Well, no I'm not. I'll leave some of it, but I'll try to cut that part off. It's just, I like the marbling in this roast though. All right, the big one's gonna be the thickest piece, and I'll just take it and just get the seasoning that's laying on my paper. So let me put this back on this pan, and then we'll go, just throw it, to the Instant Pot. My Instant Pot's really hot, so we're gonna take these, here's our roast, and you're gonna have to, I wanna flip it around on each side. Hope it fits in here. There we go. And it doesn't take long to get a good sear. The Instant Pot, it's pretty hot. It does a pretty good job. But once we sear this, I'm gonna take this out and I'm gonna saute the vegetables a little bit. Then it's gonna be like throw everything in and pressure cook it, and it's gonna be, I think this is gonna be so good. I'm very excited. If I sound like I'm talking too fast, because I sometimes I get overly excited with new recipes, or nervous because I've never cooked it before. But basically, if you can season it, you know what you like, it's usually okay. Oh, and here's the garlic I'm going to use. I didn't show you guys that. But that meat cools off that Instant Pot, so it takes a little time. I mean, I can hear it sizzling though. I hope you can see that well. But you can see I have my stuff. Let me see if I can show you. This is my, these are my favorite tomatoes. Absolutely my favorite. The lasagna that I made, I used those. It was delicious. Tomato paste. And this is some homemade beef bone broth that we made. And I have to say that, oh, let me show you. This is my oregano and thyme. We're going to put that in there. I have to say, there's the pot, that Mary's Nest has been doing a series about beef bone broth. And I've learned so much from her videos. And I'm going to leave a link to her channel underneath this video, because I love this. I'm going to turn this. It's a little bit seared, but it smells great already. So anyway, I'm going to sear this on a few sides, and I'll be back. My husband went to get the noodles. About 7 minutes, and I flipped it again. You can see it's turning pretty brown. It's got a pretty color. You know, it smells so good. It always makes me hungry for rice and gravy. Like, we love rice and gravy so much, but we wanted to try something different today. So we are. Oh, and also, I didn't say the ingredients. We're also going to use a tiny bit of ground thyme. Now, it calls for a lot of thyme. I don't like to use a lot. I just like a little bit. And I'm also going to put some dry oregano. You know, I see this one, I don't know what to call it, because I do my own thing. But it'll be good, though. We'll come up with something. If it's not good, I'll tell you. So I'm so excited to use this bone broth. And it does not have salt in it. So that's good. But it smells so good already. I'm grateful for you watching. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope you enjoy this recipe. And then you know it's got to be good because I'm going to put some fresh grated Parmesan cheese on top. Okay, I'm going to pull the meat out. I have lots of fond at the bottom. It looks great. But I tried to go and sear all sides. I hope you can see that. I think I missed one side on this one, but that's okay. Let me let you get a close-up of how I seared it. And there's a little fat in here, but that's okay. It's gonna be delicious. So now we're gonna put the vegetables, and you know, I'm debating on using all of these. I guess, I don't know if you really need all of them. And I can always use them for another recipe. Let's do, I think that's good right there. Perfect. And this will help release and deglaze some of your fond. So I used, let me stir it. I'm still debating. Yeah, these vegetables are chopped up just right. They're not like, I think I'm going to add a little bit more. So I'm going almost all of them. Let me show you how much I have in here. She's going to take a little while to saute those, but that's okay. And you know, the Instant Pot goes on saute function for 30 minutes. And all you do is just start it over. So I got to let it heat up again. But once it heats up, it really does a good job. And it's already releasing that good flavor at the bottom. It's going to be pretty good. And I open the tomatoes. Let me show you what these look like. And I always give them a little taste. I like to see the flavor of the tomatoes, how sweet they are, how acidic they are. I like to know if I'm going to need a little sugar or not. So I'm going to saute these a little bit more, and then the next thing we'll do is probably add a little tomato paste. No, I'm lying, garlic. So I'll do that. About a tablespoon of olive oil to my vegetables, and I added just lightly salted and lightly peppered them. They're cooking up nicely. My onions, and let me see if you can see close up. My onions, see they cook down really, really well, and they're making their own fun, which is great. So we're gonna throw in the garlic, all of it. This is probably about 4 large cloves, 4 or 5, and you just season to your taste. If you don't like garlic, leave it out. If you like it or love it, just add a bunch. And let's give that a stir. You can hear them sizzling. They smell so good. I'm so excited for this recipe. All right, now we're gonna put it in about, I don't know, let's just, about 2 or 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3, a little bit more. And I cannot have that at the end of it. There you go. And you have to fix your, you have to fix your tube back. I squeezed it in the wrong way. Okay, let's give that a stir. I like to cook that. I like to mix that tomato paste in really, really well with my ingredients. I always have been that way. When I'm cooking spaghetti or meat sauce, I like to cook it a little bit. So we're halfway there, guys. And granted, I sauteed my vegetables for quite a while. Sorry about the banging. Okay, now we're gonna put, I'm not measuring, unfortunately, and I should be. We're gonna have to, since I'm not putting red wine, we're gonna have to put more beef broth. I'm just gonna go with it. And this is a 28 ounce can. I'm gonna get all that out. Okay, I gotta stir. It's still on saute.
Just wave to the camera.
Oh, maybe Ella can help me help you see the pot. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is add a little salt. Not too much because I can always add salt later. But I'm going to add a little black pepper. And you know we like a little bit of heat. So I'm going to add a few crushed red pepper flakes. Sorry about that. And these are new, so they're fresh. And these little shakers, you add this according to your taste. I don't even know how much of that was. There's my, okay, we can turn that off now. I'm going to add just a pinch of, let me show them, ground thyme because I'm going to use fresh. I'm talking like probably a fourth or eighth of a teaspoon. I'm going to add just a little bit more garlic powder. I'm going to add just a little bit of oregano. I forgot to mention about the bay leaves as well. And a little bit of onion powder. Oh.
It smells good.
And we'll be right back. Now I've got this balsamic vinegar, and I'm going to add just a pinch, like a tablespoon, just to give it that little extra zing. Let's give that a stir. It's already looks so good. Okay, now I am going to get a measuring cup and measure my beef stock. My beef bone broth. It was gelatinous and everything. I was so excited. This is a 2-cup measure. I'm going to pour it. And it has a little bit of fat left in it. Not much.
That's it.
2 cups. Let's give that a stir. And that looks pretty good. And we're going to put our meat in. It'll be easier to shred when, and you want to make sure that you also pour the juices from the plate into the pot, because it's a lot of flavor. I'm going to make sure my meat is in the sauce completely. And I might have too much sauce, but that's okay. I can thicken it. And I'm just going to throw these. This is a fresh oregano. And this is a little thyme. And I'm going to put 2 bay leaves. And kind of dump those in here. Okay. Now, let's put the lid on. I think we got everything. Put it on sealing. And I am going to press meat stew. And I'm going to do 38 minutes. It just sounds good to me. Okay, I have my water on the stove coming up to a boil. And here is the pappardelle pasta. My Instant Pot is on natural release right now. So I'm going to open it. And this is, we're going to put this on the side, this garlic bread, and we're going to do it in the air fryer tonight so we don't have to heat up the oven. So everything's looking great. I'm going to salt my water. You always want to salt your water for pasta or potatoes. So once my water comes up to a boil, I'll be back and we'll show you the garlic bread, and I'll show you the Instant Pot when I open it. You might want to simmer it for a little while. It depends on how thick you want your sauce. But, oh, first I gotta shred the meat though. I'm sorry, forgot that. Be back. I'm gonna take the meat out. And I'm taking it out to shred it. And I'm gonna cut the fat off. And I'm gonna take those herbs out. They did their job. The sauce, I'm gonna simmer for just a little while. I might finish simmering it tomorrow, to be honest with you, because it's getting late. And I'm going to take the bay leaves out. It's going to be so good. But you want to taste your sauce for seasonings once you shred the meat and adjust it. Let me give it a stir. It looks really good. I'm going to simmer it just for a little while. Give it a little taste. So let me shred the meat, and I will be back to show you what it looks like. It's simmering nicely. I'm going to put my pasta in. I want to cook it al dente, which is going to be, once it comes back up to a boil, you want to set your timer for 10 minutes. I'm just going to estimate about how much to put. And we like leftovers. I've never, actually, honestly, I've never had this pasta before, I don't believe. So I'm very excited to try it. It's beautiful. We're hungry. We haven't eaten all day. Whoops. So that looks good. And now I need a little spoon for this. Put that, let's give it a stir. I'm gonna set my timer for 10 minutes. And then the sauce is simmering. You can adjust the saute function to more, less, or medium. I have it on more right now, which is pretty high, because I want to thicken it a little bit, but I'm going to keep stirring it. So, and then we're going to make our garlic bread next. We're shredding the meat, and I have to taste the sauce, and I'll let you know if I add any more seasoning. I'll show you. It's cooking in the air fryer. The noodles are almost ready. I am going to add this tiny bit of better than bouillon to this. And I want to show you, wipe my finger, it's really thickening up. And the meat's going to be added very soon. And this is going to be so good. We're so excited. And it's topped with Parmesan cheese. We're ready to eat. I hope you guys like the recipe. Meat. We cut off the fat. I'm going to add it to the sauce. And honestly, I turned the sauce off. It's thick enough for me. And it was popping all over the place, and I forgot. I even have a glass lid. My husband reminded me, but it was too late then. But I used it for a little while. But this is going to be so wonderful. See, when you add the meat, it really gets thick. I hope you can see the... Oh, I missed an herb right there. Let me show you the garlic bread that we made. With the air fryer, took about 7 minutes, and this is how it came out. It's great. Actually, I'm going to do mine a little bit less because I like mine a little softer. So we'll be back once we plate this up and top it with some Parmesan cheese, some fresh parsley, and when we clean some dishes. Before I do the taste test, there's someone that I truly have to thank. Her channel's name is Glenda Sully, and we met through YouTube. She has a YouTube channel, and she has a lot more subscribers than I do, and she liked my videos so much she gave me a shout out, and I was so blessed for her to do that, and I want to thank her in front of everyone because I love her. She's a great woman, and please go to her channel if you don't know who she is. She's awesome. So now that I did that, now it's time to taste. Let me get a fork. And this is the plate. And I should have cut my noodles up before I do a taste test. I don't think right sometimes. But I love this pasta. And it's pretty hot still. I should have waited a little bit longer, but everyone wants to eat. Yeah, I should have cut this up.
It's okay.
I'm not really sure how to do this one. But I love the texture. Let's just... There you go. Look at that. Let's get a little sauce, cheese. And it's steaming. Now, I had to add a little bit of stuff to the sauce, but it's so different. But oh man, this is so good. It took a little time to prep, but I'm telling you, and cook the sauce down. I wouldn't add as much beef broth maybe, and just add some beef bouillon, and that way you wouldn't have to simmer it to get it so thick. But I hope you enjoyed the recipe. But I hope you still enjoyed the video. I thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't. This is a delicious recipe. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. And you have a good day or night, and I'll see you next time. Bye.